and communicate those inner worlds that we have, and sometimes we misinterpret with one another, to try and create an understanding and basically encourage empathy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, as me, the artist, Francois LP El Negro. The piece is called What You Talk About. You got me up, got me all the way up. I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna pay for shit. I gonna call the cops on you. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I ain't gonna do shit. Fuck you how, fuck you how, fuck you how, racist how, fuck you how, boy bye. I ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do shit to me. Fuck you up. Y'all got me fucked up, got me all the way fucked up. The fuck? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, it's me, the statue, in the middle of Times Square. Although I do really appreciate y'all putting me in the middle of Times Square, y'all could have did me, a better look. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my go to the grocery store look. You know what I'm saying? This is my wake up and throw something on so I can go grab the mail look. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my, oh shit, you gotta run to the store and grab some toothpaste because you forgot it look. This is not the look that I wanted y'all to do. More like this, like, cutesy, belly shirts, because they only for bitches with bellies. Maybe a side part, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a side part. Or something more business casual, huh?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about what appears to be yet again another woke virtue signal backfire, okay, featuring this very, very, very weird statue in the middle of Times Square of a high-calorie, stereotypically looking black woman, okay? I think that this statue is supposed to send some type of woke message, and that's why it was placed there. Now, honestly, guys, I really don't know what to say about this statue. Honestly, I'm speechless. I'm not surprised. I think that there's a lot of symbolism happening in this country in regards to what they're trying to transform the country into. This is who they want our future leaders to be like, okay? They want our children to aspire to be like plus-size black women who are already the leaders of the Democrat Party, right? They're already the leaders of the Democrat Party, okay? So Democrats are just building statues of their leadership, right, in the middle of Times Square, right? So it seems. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. But, yeah, we got to talk about this statue. In all seriousness, when it comes to the pattern that we're seeing, is very disturbing. They're taking down statues of the great men that helped found this country, okay, like our founders, for example. Okay, they're even taking down statues of Christopher Columbus, who I think gets a bad rap because he was a white man that was very dominant, okay, and a conqueror, opening up the door to European colonialism, which, people hate to admit, but was a net positive on the world, right? Yes, I know that's very triggering. I know there's a lot of people listening. Oh, the truth. Yes, that is the truth, okay? European colonialism was a net positive, okay? And I just don't think it's really up for debate, to be honest with you. So anyways, they're tearing down the statues of individuals who made the world a better place, right? And they're putting up statues of other people who may or may not have made the world a better place. I guess my point is that masculine, dominant male figures, right, are the statues that they're trying to take down, right? And again, they're replacing those statues with kind of the opposite imagery, right? And they're doing that on purpose, okay? They're doing it on purpose. And in the case of this statue right here, that is the point, because basically the whole point of this statue going up is supposed to provide a contrast to white men, right? There are two white men statues in Times Square, George M. Cohen and Father Duffy. So this statue of the black woman is literally there as a contrast to the white men, right? Which, you know, again, this is what I'm talking about, right? That's the type of imagery that they want to put out there. That's the message here. And I want to talk about it because the reactions to this statue are fascinating. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
A new statue in Times Square we're told, turning heads. It's making people not only stop and stare, but also reflect. A rare feat in the middle of one of the busiest places in the world. Zinnia Maldonado shows us why.
At 12 feet tall, in the middle of Times Square, stands a bronze sculpture of a young woman.
It's instantly stood out. It's powerful.
It's so tall and big.
The sculpture, created by artist Thomas Price, was unveiled at Duffy Square last week, and in just a matter of days, it has stopped hundreds in their tracks. Who is she? Well, technically, she's whoever you want her to be.
Me being a plus-size black woman, I kind of looking at it was just like, oh, I wonder what me as a small child would have thought looking at something like that. Representation.
The piece is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars, which Gene Cooney, director of Times Square Art, says confronts preconceived notions of identity and representation.
To have this work here is making a statement, potentially asking questions about what we value as a city, as a society, and hopefully it's a tribute to our shared humanity.
Tourists and New Yorkers we spoke with expressed different interpretations of what she represents to them.
It's a plus-size woman. I'm a plus-size man. I'm African American. It's the African American woman statue. So just seeing another piece for me to stop and just have a moment with was very powerful.
If you look at the eyes, it's looking straight at something. It's focused. It's purposeful.
The sculpture proves to be a well-liked juxtaposition placed among the more traditional statues in Times Square, which is the goal, according to officials, of placing said artwork in such a significant area.
Coming from a person of color background as well, it's really nice to see something come across as like this everyday person that looks a little bit out of place. But I also think that's because of where we are standing. It might not look out of place if everything in our surrounding reflected everyday life more to us.
From Times Square, Zinnia Maldonado, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, so those are people interviewed by CBS. I want you guys to watch this clip of people who were interviewed by Newsmax. Take a look.
Who do you think she is?
She's everyone. She's anybody. She's my friend. She's me.
Why do you think this is here?
I mean, two white male statues.
They don't look white, those other men. And the other explanation was there's two white men memorialized in this little square that we're in right now, and they wanted to combat that by putting a much, much larger statue of a black woman.
She got attitude. She has confidence.
Challenges the notion of who deserves to be monumental, and who...
Why does this woman deserve to be monumental?
Well, she's everyone.
First of all, am I supposed to know who she is? I don't think so.
She's obviously larger than life.
She's big. I don't mind if they'll make a statue of me and put it somewhere.
I just don't understand why art can't be art. Why does it have to be combative?
You guys are from...
I feel like we're going backwards in some ways. Like, we used to never even think about race.
Why is that contrast needed, I guess is my question.
Oh, to combat race, to combat injustice.
You want to combat race? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry?
I'm the 21 times Guinness Book of World Record holder in backflips.
Let's spin it another way. There's a Martin Luther King memorial of some kind in basically every city in this country. If somebody came along and put a depiction of a plain white man, a blue-collar white man, right in front of that and made it much larger, I imagine that would cause a sting.
Yeah, I'm sure we would see it all over the headlines.
People would be rioting everywhere, burning down buildings. I mean,
and it would probably be taken down.
Sometimes we try to accomplish something and we take two steps back.
Well, there's other statues in the square of white men, and now you have a black.
There's a lot of monuments to African American people.
Sure, as there should be.
Yeah. Should we combat those with white statues?
Oh, you're a good journalist.
Yeah, so I feel like in these news clips, there are a lot of kind of mixed reactions. Obviously, if you are a person of white skin color, it is much harder for you to say things that are not positive about this statue, right? But if you actually ask black people, or at least put it this way, the black people that I found on the internet, they are not necessarily liking this, okay? This statue is getting mocked very heavily by basically everybody on the internet because of the fact that it just seems to be a very obnoxious statue that is clearly trying to reinforce racial stereotypes in a woke way, right? This is certainly a woke backfire.
I'm sorry, but this is so embarrassing. Who approved this? I'm obviously a black woman, and I grew up just as black as the rest of y'all, but I do not feel like this statue was necessary. We don't need any special attention or recognition unless it's for an actual accomplishment. And then my thing is, it looks like a mockery and a stereotype. Because look, hands on the hips and her face, it's not welcoming at all. It looks very confrontational. He could have sculpted a doctor with a stethoscope around her neck, an educator with books in her hand. He could have even did a singer with a microphone. But no, just the angry face and a stance like, I dare you to say something. Looking like she's ready to square up. So the sculpture was made by an artist named Thomas J. Prince. And I don't care that he appears to be mixed with black. He could be full black. It doesn't matter. There's plenty of black men and women that are willing to put the stereotype of a black woman on full display to the entire world. They'll sell out real quick. Men and women. And this is why I get so upset when I see stuff like this. Because this is what they think of us. This is what they think of us. Even if you try hard to not fit the stereotype, you are a stereotype by default. Because of this type of stuff. This behavior. But plenty of y'all gonna eat it up.
They don't give a damn about how they treat us. Then they got up here, she ain't got on bra or first or nothing. So this supposed to be a statue of what they consider to be one of us in the middle of New York City to contrast two palm-colored men. And they got her up here. It's giving very much Lakeisha Jenkins. I mean, she ain't got on no bra, no nothing. And then it was made by a British artist. That's the next problem. See, Jesus got to come back because, see, I'm tired of this shit. I've had enough. Y'all put this up in the streets of New York, but had to do away with Uncle Ben, the native of Lato Lakes, and Aunt Jemima. Okay.
Come on, New York. Just when you thought this woke stuff was over and done with, a 12-foot statue. Not just any 12-foot statue, but a 12-foot bronze statue of a unfit black woman with braids. Doesn't look like she's wearing a brassiere. And just there. But I'm not surprised.
I'm assuming y'all saw that statue that they put up in New York. Now I'm gonna put it up here so y'all can see it. So this is the statue that is supposed to represent black people. I don't like it. Now a lot of y'all might say, oh, because what, she fat or something, she ugly. No, none of that. I just hate the misrepresentation of beauty when it comes to black people. Do y'all not understand a British artist made this? A British artist. This is the British representation of us. This is how the British people see us. It's not a beautiful version of us. It's a basic version. They didn't even give her natural hair. They didn't even put a beautiful outfit on her so it can accentuate that our people have gorgeous curves and have beautiful bodies. They didn't put a smile on her face. She looked like she's angry. And it's like, why every time we represent it, we got to be these aggressive, angry people? That's not us.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that, okay? This statue is being mocked left and right. A lot of black people are offended by this, right? A lot of black people are saying, no, we don't want to be portrayed this way. But the person that did it is some woke black British dude, right? Or at least he looks black, okay? He decided that he wanted to do this simply, again, as a contrast to the white men, right? So let's actually read about this. The work was created with the idea of disrupting traditional ideas of what a triumphant figure and challenges should be defined as, the website says. The statue depicts a woman in a plain t-shirt and pants with braided hair, an expressionless face, and her hands resting on her hips. Price's work offers viewers a unique opportunity to experience Times Square in a new light and share it in a moment of personal reflection and empathy amidst the hyperactivity of the district, the website continued. Yet the statue has sparked online mockery as its woke messaging is dragged. One user on X wrote, "How does the statue erected in Times Square confront perceived notions of identity and representation? It's just some obnoxious looking overweight black woman. It's reinforcing some preconceived notions." I mean, it really does. It really does. Quote, "How about something that looks less like someone complaining their order wasn't right?" Another said, quote, "If I was black, I'd be pissed. So this is supposed to represent black women, obese and cheap with Walmart shoes," one recommended. Another declared the statue only reinforces the fat, impatient black woman stereotype. Quote, why erect a statue with resting BITCH face that wants to speak to the manager? One wrote. Quote, I don't know why everyone else is freaking out, but personally, I find it odd that they're putting up a statue, something used normally to elevate or to commemorate a person who has accomplished something great, but they're doing it this time with someone who isn't known for any accomplishment. One comment said, wow. The message seems to be to praise her for her immutable characteristics rather than her character, and I find that troubling. They continue. Yeah, I mean, when they're saying that this can be anybody, then what you're saying is that it's effectively nobody, right? And that the whole point of putting this statue up was literally because of the immutable characteristics. The fact that this woman is black and overweight and sassy looking, right? Yeah, it really is kind of offensive, right? I mean, people are really offended by this, as they should be. Many comments took issue with the apparent reinforcing of stereotypes that the statue is intending to counter. Yeah, so this seems like a woke backfire, right? That's what this seems like to me, okay? Because black people are offended by this. I think that most white people are probably afraid to say what they really think about it. And I think everybody kind of looks at this and is like, wow, yeah, this is definitely not what we should be doing, okay? We should not be doing this, right? It's one thing to take down statues, okay, of, you know, Christopher Columbus. It's another to do that and then to erect these type of statues. This is how you know that our country has lost the plot, right? We have lost the plot, okay? And, you know, hey, this is going to be temporary, okay? It's not permanent. It's going to be up until like June 17th or something. So, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things, though, that's just really weird, okay? And the fact that this is, again, getting backlash, it gives me some hope that, you know, people aren't falling for this type of woke nonsense. Because, again, when it's shoved down our throats like this, yeah, I think that it is one of those things that rubs people the wrong way. And that's what you're seeing here. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.